Hi everyone, Neil here from Active Performance Kings Cliffe. Today I'm going to be taking you through our Get Active session. So this is aimed for anybody that's new to exercise, or if you're looking for a slightly lower impact, lower intensity exercise session to help get you moving. Okay, we're going to go straight into it. It's follow along and I'll give you some options as we go through. So we're going to start off by doing a little bit of a warm up and raising the pulse, okay? So just getting us going, we're just marching on the spot, okay? So you're setting the timer, 30 seconds, just getting that heart rate up, just lifting those feet off the floor, starting to move those joints and just getting moving. Okay, so 30 seconds of this, countdown timer's going down, just getting moving, staying on the move, and then we're going to add in some arm circles. Good stuff, well done. So 5 more seconds, and then we're going to keep those feet moving, and we're just going to cycle those arms round. Good, so we're just mobilising those shoulders, giving those shoulders a little bit of a work, and as we start to loosen off, you might be able to take those a little bit bigger, and we'll change direction. So same thing, nice big circles, keep those arms moving. If that's quite tough, you can just slow it down, you can keep your feet still. If it's easy, you can take those feet a bit higher and get those arms moving more. Okay, we're going to go forwards again, but we're just going to make those arm circles smaller. So getting those shoulders working a little bit, should be feeling that one, and opposite direction. Good stuff, so nice and light on your feet, get those arms working and start to raise that heart rate up. Good stuff, we'll keep those feet moving on the spot and we're just going to take those arms out to the sides and across the front. So we get a nice chest stretch there as we pull the shoulder blades together and open up the chest. And also as we come forward, we want to be pulling those shoulder blades apart and stretching out that back. Good stuff. Perfect, and then from there, just going to have a nice big stretch down the side. So we're just going to slide one arm down one leg as far as you feel comfortable, back to center, and then over to the other side. So keep that chest up, get a nice big stretch down that side, as low as you feel comfortable, and we're just working, mobilizing around the spine, nice big stretch in that upper body. Good stuff. And then we're going to get those legs involved again, and we're going to have a little squat down, again as low as you feel comfortable, make sure the weight stays through the heels, and then we're just reaching up in the air. So keep that chest up, slight bend of the knees, make sure that the knees aren't caving in, okay, keep them driving out to the sides, weight stays on your heels the whole time, like you're sitting backwards onto a chair, and we're just reaching up in the air. So we're getting everything moving, heart rate should be up a little bit now. Getting those arms and legs working again. If you're a little bit more advanced and you wanted to take it a bit lower and a little bit faster, you can absolutely do that as well. And we're just going to finish it off with some rotation. So core it nice and tight, and we're just rotating around that spine. Slight bend in the knees, keep squeezing those legs. Switch that core on, nice and functional. Make sure that the whole upper body is rotating and we're not just moving the arms. So all the way round, and relax there, it should be nice and warm. Okay, so into the first circuit. Okay guys, so the first little circuit we're going to do is a little cardio circuit, just to get that heart rate up a little bit. Okay, we've got 3 exercises to do. We're going to do 30 seconds on each one, back to back, and we're going to go round it twice. So it'll be 3 minutes of continuous work, okay? So the first one, we're just marching or stepping forwards and backwards like you're stepping over a line. So in 3, 2, 1, we're going to get going. So we're just forwards and backwards. It's getting those arms moving. Keep that chest up. Okay, if you're new to it and you want to slow it down, just staying on the move, forwards and backwards, just getting those steps in. Again, if you're a little bit more advanced and you wanted to pick up that pace into a slow jog, you absolutely can do. So we're just moving forwards and backwards, nice and light on the feet like we're stepping outdoors, and keeping it going. Nearly there now, staying on the move. And then we're into our next exercise. So we're marching on the spot and we're also punching those arms out in front. Okay, Okay, again, lower intensity, just don't pick those feet up as high and just get those arms moving. Higher intensity, you can punch those knees up and you can even take it into a bit of a jog if you wanted to push yourself harder, but please just work to your own ability and just get that heart rate up. Good stuff, nearly there, stay on the move. And then the last one, we're going to side step and reach side to side. So we're staying on the move, little side step, and we're getting those arms involved as well. Nice and functional. We need to be able to use those arms in our day-to-day activities and just keeping those feet moving to keep that heart rate up. Perfect. This will finish off our first round and we're just going to take it straight into the second round. If you do need to pause the video, you can do. So we're straight in. So we're forwards and backwards again, over that line. Step forward, step back. Again, you can tell I'm slightly out of breath, so it is going to get that heart rate elevated. It's quite tough, so do take your time. If you need to slow it down, you can do, but just staying on that move. If you want to work harder, we can increase that pace and keep moving. Excellent work, keep it going. 2 more exercises to go. Brilliant stuff. And then we're marching it. So we're marching and we're punching. Core stays in nice and tight. Getting those shoulders working. Lift those knees up off the ground. Again, if you want to take it a bit harder, you can switch those feet into a bit of a jog. Even if you just did 1 or 2 and then slowed it down, and then 1 or 2. Slow it down, whatever's comfortable for you. Good, nearly there now. 30 seconds on the final exercise. Perfect, now we're gonna side step and then reaching over the top. Again, if it's feeling tough, just slow it down, take your time, or we can speed it up and really get those feet and arms moving to really get that heart rate raised. Perfect, keeping it going. Nearly there now, last 10 seconds or so. Good work, and then we'll have a breather. Well done. Last push. Perfect, and take a minute's rest. Okay, well done. Great work on that first round. Okay, so the second round now is more so lower body focused, so it's a little bit more muscular work. We're going to work for 45 seconds with a 15-second rest. So it's not as continuous because it's a little bit more challenging, so it'll allow you to have a bit of a rest between each exercise, and you do need a chair for this one, okay? We're going to go straight into it, and I can talk you through the progressions and regressions as we go. Okay, so first exercise for 45 seconds is going to be a sit to stand. So we want to keep those feet shoulder width apart, and in your own time we're going down. So we're sitting onto that chair and then raising yourself back up. Sit onto that chair, raise yourself back up. So the weight's through the heels. Okay, if you want to make that harder, you can just tap the chair and stand. Tap the chair and stand. Make sure the weight doesn't go onto those toes. You need to be sitting back onto those heels and tapping, or if you need a little bit longer, take a seat and then stand it back up. Working those legs. So taking a seat, standing it back up. Perfect. Core in nice and tight, back is nice and straight. Keep those legs working. You've got 10 more seconds. Doing really well. Keep it up. Perfect. Last 5. Excellent, and relax there. Good. On to the next one. So we're going 15-second rest. Okay, and we're going for a little lunge, so we're going to split those legs. So on one leg in front of the other, you can use your chair for support, and the weight is through that front leg. Okay, so you're going to go in a couple of seconds. Back legs there for support. If you struggle with balance, just come a little bit closer. And we're just going to lower and push. Lower and push. Again, the weight stays through the heel on that front leg, okay? Keep the head and the chest up. You should feel that one in the quads down the front of the leg. Try not to push too much from the back leg. We'll try and focus on this front one. If you want to make it a bit harder, we can increase that distance and try and get a little bit lower. Again, just use that chair for support. Okay, if you want to make it easier, just start off in that small little range. Just dip down, drive through. Dip down, drive through. Perfect, keep that going. Good stuff, 10 more seconds. Keep that right leg working, then we're going to take a 15-second break and we're going to do the other leg, okay? Perfect, and relax there. Good, shaking it off. Good work, should be feeling that in those legs. We're going to switch legs again. Use the chair for support if you need to. 15-second little breather, and then we are in. So switching legs, weight is through the heel again, and we lower, push through, lower, push through. Again, focus on this front leg. So this front leg should be taking most of the strain. Try not to push too much through the back leg. Head and chest up, cores in nice and tight. Use the chair for support. If you want to make it harder, we take it lower and push through. Increase that range of motion. Remember, the heel never lifts up. If you want to make it easier, just reduce that range of motion. But you're still doing great, keep that leg working. We've got 15 more seconds here, just keep it going. Dip down, push through that front leg, and then we have one more exercise after this one for those legs. Perfect, nearly there now. And relax, good, shake it off, 15 seconds rest. One more exercise to go is going to be a body weight squat with a little calf raise, just to get those calves working, get them nice and strong. So in 5 seconds, again, you can use the chair for support if you need to. Feet shoulder width apart. We're just going to squat down, push up onto those toes. Squat down, up onto the ball of your foot. Okay? If you want to make that a bit harder, we can start squatting a bit deeper and really drive through onto those toes. Again, keep that chest up. If you don't need the chair, we could do same as the warm-up, where we're getting those arms and legs moving, or you can just carry on squat and raise. Use that chair for support. Everyone's at different levels, different abilities, but it's great that you're doing the video and following it through, so well done, and you can progress as the weeks go on. Perfect, nearly there now, last little push, last one for those legs. 3, good, and relax there, perfect, good. Take a minute rest, have a breather, well done. Great work. So now we're going to focus on the upper body. So you need a wall that you can just lean against to, or a door. First exercise is some wall push-ups. I'm going to work for 45 seconds again. We have 3 exercises and we're just doing each one once for 45, so rest whenever you need to. So we'll get into the first exercise. So leaning forward and we're just lowering that body down and pushing away. Okay, if we want to make that a little bit easier, we can just walk those feet forward, lower down and press away. Just working that chest, shoulders and triceps. Core stays in nice and tight. If you want to make it harder, you can come further away. Or if you're able to, you can go down onto the floor and perform normal push-ups. Good job. Keep it going. Keep pushing that chest. Nice and controlled movement, core stays in tight. Try not to let that core fall forward, so squeeze those abs. Keep keep pushing away. Excellent, good. Little shake-offs, that's starting to work our upper body. So that's a pushing exercise which is going to work our chest and our shoulders. We'll take that 15 seconds rest. Now we're going to try and hit those back muscles, okay, in the rear of the shoulders. So we're going to do a YT W. So we're going to lean forward, back stays straight, don't let it arch. We're going to go for a Y shape, so out to the sides, T shape, out to the sides, and then a W shape. So those elbows are at 90 degrees and we squeeze those shoulder blades together. So Y, squeeze, T, squeeze, and W. So we're keeping some tension in that back. We're obviously working the lower back as well to hold ourselves over our body. So our lower back's working, our upper back's working to create the Y, the T, and the W. If you want to make that easier, just lift that chest up a bit more. Y, T, W. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Y, T, W. If you want to make it harder, really hinge over. Or you could also put some objects into your hands if you wanted to. So you could have a tin of beans in each hand, anything like that. Working those posterior muscles. Just make sure that back stays nice and straight. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades together. Good job, and take a little rest there, well done. Good, and then final exercise is just for the back of the arms, isolating those triceps. We're going to lean forward to get some tension in those hamstrings and lower back, but we're going to work the back of those arms. So little tilt forward, elbows up at 90 degrees, palms facing the ceiling, push away and come down. Push away, come down. So really squeeze the back of those arms to isolate those triceps. Again, if you want to make it easier, just come a little bit higher. Make sure those elbows stay high though. Fully extend the arm. And if you want to make it harder, again, hinge that body forward. And we can also put an object in each hand, like a tin of beans, bottle of water, just for some extra resistance. Good stuff, keep that going. Excellent, and relax there, perfect. Shake it off, we've got 1 minute rest, and then we're into a little bit of core to finish. Great work, and into that last round of exercises. So we're just going to work the core to finish, okay? So we're going to start off with some wood chops. So we're going to go 45 seconds each side, and then we have 2 other exercises, so it's 4 minutes to finish us off, okay? So we want to be in a little squat position, so we're just working those legs, and we're just going to bring both arms to the side and rotate up and over the shoulder, like you're putting something up on that top shelf. So we're down and over, down and over. So it's a slight bend in the knee, and we're rotating around that spine. So we're using that core to create the movement and the momentum. If you want to make that harder, you can speed it up. So you're throwing that body round. Make sure you keep that core in nice and tight. If you want to make it easier, just slow it down and work on that rotation. So keep that core in tight, stay on the move, 45 seconds. Good job. And relax there. Good. 15-second breather. And then we're going to repeat it on the other side. So again, keep that slight bend in the knee. Core stays in tight the whole time. And we'll repeat on the opposite side. So find that little squat position. Head and chest up. Slight bend in the knee. Down to the opposite side. And over the opposite shoulder. So the gaze follows the hands. Rotating around. If we want to make it harder, remember we can speed that motion up. So the core has to decelerate the movement at the top and at the bottom. Good stuff. Or we can just slow it down, rotating round, keep that core in nice and tight. Good, 15 seconds or so. Stay on the move, keep rotating, nice long arms. Good stuff. And relax there. Perfect. 15-second little breather. 2 more exercises to go. So we're going for a seated Russian twist. So you need your chair again. You're going to sit on the edge of that chair. So make sure that you're comfortable. Take your feet out just for a bit of stability. We want those shoulders pinned together, cores in tight. We're going to lower ourselves down as far as we feel comfortable. And we're just pretending we're holding something. And we're just rotating side to side. Perfect. So that core is in nice and tight. We're rotating the shoulders. If you want to make it harder, you can sit yourself down lower just before the back hits the seat pad. If you want to make it easier, just sit up higher and we're just rotating. So again, we're just using that core, working around the spine as hard as you feel comfortable with. Rotate those shoulders. Good stuff. Excellent. And take 15 seconds again. Slight little breather. Last exercise, we're going to do a side bend. So you're sat on the edge of the chair, feet are flat on the floor, shoulders are pinned back, and we're going to reach down the side as far as we can without leaning forward, and then use the side of that core to lift ourselves back up. Okay, so off we go. So we're down, center, opposite side, center. So those shoulder blades stay back the whole time. Core's in nice and tight. Lean in side to side. And as we reach down, we get a nice big stretch down the side, and then we have to squeeze that core to lift ourselves back up. Perfect. Keeping it going. Nearly there. Keep those shoulder blades squeezed together. Chest nice and proud. Back stays nice and straight. Perfect, and relax there, good stuff. Just shake it off. Obviously, if anything feels a little bit tight, then take a little extra stretch if you need to at the end. But hopefully we've raised that heart rate, we've burnt a few calories, we've got everything moving. Great work, and we'll have some more videos coming your way soon.